All right, so for number 17, given the secant theta is 13 over 5 and sine theta is less than 0. So first of all, we need to determine in what quadrant is the angle and explain your answer. So we're going to draw a picture here. Oops. All right, so first I know all students take calculus. That's going to help me decide what quadrant I'm in. Sine is less than 0, so that means that sine is negative. That means that I can't be in quadrant 1 and I can't be in quadrant 2 because all are positive here and sine is positive here. Okay, so I'm in either quadrant 3 or in quadrant 4. Secant is related to cosine. It's reciprocal function, and since this is a positive 13 over 5, that means that cosine and secant are positive. Well, in quadrant 3, tangent is positive, so that means it can't be there, meaning we are in quadrant 4. So this angle theta is going to be somewhere in quadrant 4. So I'm going to draw in my triangle in quadrant 4. Secant is the reciprocal of cosine. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, which means that this is the hypotenuse over the adjacent. So the adjacent side is 5, and the hypotenuse is 13. Okay, and here's my 90-degree angle. So in what quadrant is the angle in? The angle is in quadrant 4 because sine is negative in 3 and 4, but secant is positive only in 4. So it has to be it has to include both of those things. So here we are, we got that 4. All right, so then find the other 5 trig functions. Well, in order to find the other 5, we need to know what this missing side is. Okay, now this is a Pythagorean triple of 5, 12, 13. But you can also use the Pythagorean theorem. So I know that 5 squared plus the unknown side squared is equal to 13 squared. And so 25 plus x squared is equal to 169. And so x squared, if we subtract, is 144. And so x equals 12. Now, the only other thing is because we're in quadrant 4, this isn't a positive 12, it's a negative 12 because we're below the x-axis. Okay, so now I can write my other 5 functions. So the sine is the opposite over the hypotenuse. So the opposite over hypotenuse is negative 12 over 13. The cosecant reciprocated is negative 13 over 12. Remember, cosine is positive. So cosine is positive and every other function is negative. So the cosine is the reciprocal of secant. Secant is 13 over 5, so 5 over 13. Tangent is opposite over adjacent, so negative 12 over 5, and the reciprocal is cotangent of negative 5 over 12. Okay.